Good day everyone, my name is Samuel Okun Victor. Welcome to my YouTube channel Victor the Analyst. So today we're going to be talking about portfolio, but before I proceed, I will encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. So what is a portfolio? A portfolio is a collection of work sample that showcase your skills, experience and accomplishments in a specific field, such used to demonstrate your abilities to potential employers or clients. So if you're in the tech world and you actually sending me your CV to actually get you, I want to employ you. Your CV might not be relevant to me, unlike your portfolio. I feel like your portfolio is actually more important than your CV because your portfolio actually tells you who you are, the kind of work you've actually done. You understand? It actually showcases your work you've done, your experience so far, and things like that. So today I'm going to be teaching us on how to create a portfolio website using my code. I will encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube video, to my YouTube channel. If you have not done that, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I want you to please like this video. If there's any topic you want me to actually discuss about or actually do a video on, you can actually do that in the comment section. So I'll go to the other side of the tutorial. So I'm going to teach you how to actually create a portfolio website using my code. So there is a clause there. The thing is that the code is actually comes for free. You don't need to pay for anything. But if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, before you can get access, or probably you will actually subscribe to my YouTube channel, before you can actually get that code, you need to send me a screenshot showing me where you actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to drop the number where you will send that the screenshots. I'm going to drop the number on this video description. So that number is like a website, it's going to be my WhatsApp number. So when you click on it, it takes you to my WhatsApp number. You just send me the screenshot that's okay, yes, I've actually subscribed to your YouTube channel, please I need the code. Alright, what's the code used for? Don't worry, when we actually get into the middle of our tutorial, we are going to see where we actually need the code. Welcome back to the other side of the tutorial. So let's talk about the section that is actually needed to be in your portfolio. Now, the first thing in your portfolio, you need to have your home page. So that how your home page has to do be like your picture, the name, and then the next one we have the about section. Your about section go in depth into who you are, like what you do and what you actually bring into the table. Just like a brief description about you, and you have your picture in your about section. So your skills. Now, in this portfolio that I actually created, I actually break down the skills into two sets, like the hard skills and the soft skills. And the hard skills has to do with like maybe probably like data visualization, Python, DAX, and data cleaning. And we have the soft skills, which is about the storytelling, presentation skills, and communication skills. Now, the next one is your portfolio. Your portfolio is like your projects, things that you've actually worked on. You understand? Then the next should be your contact. So this is where the employer will actually see your contact, will actually contact you. Then the last part is your CV. So when I click on this, oh sorry, my network is off. So when I click on this, it's actually going to take me to my what's it called? My CV. So this is my CV. So recruiters can just come here and download it. So let me just click here. If I click here, it's gonna be downloaded. So but let's move on. You can see it has been downloaded. So let's move on and come back here. Alright, so that's it. So before we proceed, I'll need to go in depth on what needs there to be in your portfolio projects. So there are actually sections. Um how do you describe what you've actually done? So I'll actually bring the concept of writing, that is technical writing, in the sense that you just actually have to just like document what you've done. So there are different sections. The first section is the introduction. This is just like the brief introduction of what you are trying to accomplish in your project. Make it very concise and brief enough so that actually it's not going to bore your recruiters. Understand? Then the next one is the problem statement. The problem statement has to be the problem you're trying to solve, or probably the question you're trying to answer, or probably the hypothesis you're trying to test. Now, the objective is like my own way. Objective is what do you want to do and why you want to do it. In my own this, I actually want to do in this project that I'm actually talking about, as to do the recruiters. That mean the my clients as they asked me to do a dashboard that can actually track their budgets and their costs to know how they are, if their cost has not really overseed or is not more than their budget. You understand? So that's what we're trying to do. So that's what we're trying to. That's what I did in this project. So your project objective is what do you want to do and why you want to do it. Do you also want to analyze your data, like trying to do regional performance analysis? So why do you want to do regional performance analysis? Then you need to state it there. Okay. Then the next one is your data set description. Data set description actually has to talk about the main concepts, like what the overview of your data sets. Now, where did you get your data? Is it generated data? Is it real life data from the field or stuff like that, or is it gotten from the database of a company or stuff like that? And the next one is your time period. When was how what's the duration of the data sets, and if it has time. So now the next one is the tables in you're working with. If you have just one table, I will advise you actually now list out the columns that you're worked with. But in this case, we have a lot of table, and when you have a lot of table, definitely you have a lot of column. You cannot go out and start bringing them into one after the other. So I just list out the table, and the next one is the data cleaning process. Now, the data cleaning process, this data cleaning process was, I actually stated that it actually was being cleaned in SQL. So if your data cleaning was actually done in this process, you can just allow put them put what you did here inside your data cleaning. So the next part is your data enriching. So sometimes when you're doing your project, it is not all the whole column you will have. It's not all the whole column you will have. So in this case, when you don't have all the whole columns, you might need to actually create new columns. So that's what I mean by data enriching. So you can actually bring in more column, calculate, bring in more columns, remove other columns. So that's it. So now I'll actually move on to, you can see the way I'm actually doing this. So I'll actually do move on to the next part, which has to do like the data model. So data model, like you need to talk about your data modeling. How were you able to come about it? You understand? You just bring out the picture. So this actually give the insights. The recruiters know that you actually have a knowledge on how on data modeling. You understand? Because in real life scenario, you're going to be working most of the time with data. You're not might probably might not be working with just one table. You understand? You'll be working with couples of data. You understand? For couples of tables. So the knowledge of you bringing them together, linking them together. So when recruiters see this, they will know that, oh, this person actually has a knowledge on data modeling. Now the next part is you talk about. So now this is your after a data overview, model overview. Model overview is just like a brief description of how the relationship was and stuff like that. Now, the other part is your dashboard. Your dashboard. If your project has a dashboard, then you need to bring that in section 6. So this is my dashboard, and my project has like two dashboards. So I have the cost dashboard and I have the overview dashboard. Understand? So the next one is exploratory data analysis. Okay. Then from there, I'll move on to the descriptive analysis. Now, these are where you will actually bring out, you put in all your findings. These are the findings. The descriptive analysis has to do with your findings, your key insights. What are the things you actually notice in your when you were doing your project. So from there, these are the findings. From there, you now, this your key insight summary. It's actually what that has to do with, maybe when your findings, you actually see there's a relationship between those findings, then you can now bring them together to actually answer a business question or stuff like that. So this is where your key insight summary comes in. Now, let's move on to the last part, the recommendation. So the last part is your recommendation. Your recommendation is the advice you're actually giving to the business to actually follow. Now, this is that. So that's it. So one more thing, you can see I'm actually here looking as if I'm actually logged in already. So let me just log out, because if you actually give you, if you link, go to this link. If I go to this link like this, if I go to my portfolio, let's say something, and I go to this, you see I don't have it there. So that means definitely this is how recruiters will see the portfolio websites. They won't see add projects, add all the stuff that you are seeing there. So it's only you that can actually edit stuff from your backend. Probably you want to add projects. So let's try and see if we want to add projects. So I'll go here, click here. So look at this link, VictorTheAnalyst, pythonanywhere.com slash member slash login. So look at the username and the password. So I can just click on login. So look at this. If it's your first time user, so I will just advise you to actually change your password. Yes, change your password and make sure you save your password, because you can see there is no options for you to reset your password. You understand? It's just like a technical stuff. So I didn't put the options there where you can actually reset your password. So please take note of your password whenever you're using this. Save your password. So I'm going to save. So what I want to do is that we want to see how we can actually just do like a testing, maybe just post a project. So I'll go to portfolio. I'll click on any of the portfolio, any of the projects. Select any of the projects. All right, so let me just do as if I want to add a portfolio. So I'll click on add projects. So I would, admin is the author, the title, testing. So the picture is the background picture. That's okay. I'll show you the picture. Let me just put this. Let me use this picture. All right, so I'm using this picture. Then I'll just click on open, and I'll just press testing. And I assume this is my testing, and I'll just come here and I'll click on post. So this image that you have here, so you can delete it. You can as well come here and edit. If I click here to edit, you can see I can just edit and change whatever I want to change. So I can just say, okay, yeah, I'm done editing, just update. I can do the updating. So let me just go back to home. So if you go back to home, let me click on portfolio. Now you see this is the projects I just added. You can see how easy it is. I don't need to write any code to actually do that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you how to create this for yourself, this kind of website for yourself. And after that, I would show you how you can actually bring in a project into it. I'll teach you how to configure the website. I'll teach you how to do a lot of stuff. Now, this is just like a demo. This is one that I have. It's just like a demo. Let me just come here and just show something. All right. I will not teach us how to. This is just a demo. This is what we are trying to get at the end of the day. So I will not teach us how to edit now. I want us to create something like this first. Then after that, we'll come back to edit it. Like putting your pictures, putting your education, putting your certificates, blah blah blah, your portfolio that you worked on, and things like that. All right. So now let's go to the technical part of the thing. So follow me and let's go to pythonanywhere.com. So I'll be following through with this. Okay. Now I will try to sign up. So if you don't have an account in Python Anywhere, you can see it's pythonanywhere.com. Just sign up. Alright, so click on create a beginner account. Alright, so I will use Nest. I don't know if I've used this. Um, Let me look for email I've not used. So let me use blue flame 3990 at gmail.com. Okay, so I have it like oh, this is my username, so let me just leave it as a Ctrl X. Just say texting, or let's call it like testing, or let's call it as um tutorial 3990. Okay, so this is my email. So make sure you note your username, please, and don't use capital letter. Make sure you note your username. So my password, I'm going to put my password here. Okay. All right, I'll check this and I'll click on register. All right. So email has been sent to my Gmail for me to actually confirm the account. So I'll go to my Gmail. Just go to your Gmail. All right, so I'll click on this. So I don't have the Gmail here, so I would just need to add blue flame 3990 at gmail.com. So I'll click on next. So my password, I'll just input my password there. Next. All right, I don't need this. Cancel. Don't need this one now. Not now. All right, I'm signed in right now, so just need to wait for it to come up. All right, so this is it. I'll just need to click here. Click on OK. Now click here. I'll just click here. All right, I've activated my account. So enter. All right, now we've actually created our account. So what we want to do next is we want to actually now start configuring, or let me start creating our website. like I said, you are not making any code. You're not doing any code. I've actually done the coding already. So all you just have to do is just to clone the code from my GitHub account. So that's what you need to do. So let me show you the steps on how you can do that. So just follow me along as we proceed forward. Now, the first step we've done, we've actually created Python anywhere. So the next thing we want to do is we want to actually click on Bash. So let me just click on Bash. So we've done this. So the next step we'll do, we want to press pwd. So let me just make this big so that we can see what I'm typing. Pwd, hit enter. So now the next step, what we want to do is now we want to clone. The next step is we want to clone my GitHub, my code from my GitHub. Now that's the next step we want to do. We want to clone my GitHub, my code from GitHub. So let me go to my GitHub. I'll actually copy my token. Let me go back to this place. So let me bring this up. So let me just explain something briefly, which is actually very important. Please just follow me along. Now this is how the command look like. If you want to clone a code from a GitHub account using Bash on Bash console, you're going to have git clone and whatever, yeah, https dash dash. This username is my username from my GitHub account. The token is, this token is actually going to be the token that I'm going to give to you. Now, how will you get this token now? Now, this token I'm using for this video is actually going to be expired as soon as this video is actually uploaded on YouTube. You understand? As soon as the video was uploaded on YouTube, this thing got expired. So what you're going to do is that you only have, when you want to get this token, I will drop my WhatsApp number on this video description. You understand? If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is now, you will just have to subscribe and like the video. After you subscribe and like the video, screenshot it, come to my WhatsApp, click on the link in the video description and send me the screenshotted that, oh, I've actually subscribed to your YouTube channel and I've liked the video, I need a token. So I will actually send you this token. So it's this token that you will use to clone my code for my GitHub. Aside that, you will not be able to access the code. You understand? So let me just, you can see now, from here to this place is actually where you paste the token. Now you can see now from here, which is from here down to here, this is the token. Remember that I've actually copied the token from my GitHub account. I'll just do Ctrl V to paste the token. Now this is my new token. You understand? Now this other part, you don't need to change anything. Just leave it like that. Just copy. I will just copy here. Then I'll do Ctrl C. I'll come to this place. Then do Ctrl V. And I'll hit enter. Okay, see now that starts copying. So that is it. For you to get that token, please just come to my DM. I will drop my number on the video description. Screenshot that's okay, yes, I've subscribed to your YouTube channel and I've liked the video. I need the token. That's all. All right, let's move on to the next stage, the next step. Now the next thing is that we want to create a virtual environment. So I know that a lot of us might not really understand what I'm doing, but just follow along. Anything that I'm doing, you do it too as well. So if you are doing your own, make sure you do it as well. So we've actually come to the step 4 now. We want to make a virtual environment. So I will just copy this code like this. So I will drop this document in the video description too, so that you can use it too for your own self too. I will just come here and I'll do Ctrl V and press enter. So you don't need to memorize anything. I'll press enter. So now we are making a virtual environment. It takes some time. We're going to wait. Okay, now we are done with that step. Now let's move on to the next one. So I'll cd to the to this place. Just copy this, Ctrl C, the way you see it there, and Ctrl V. So this folder that you have here, that means I'm navigating into this folder. This folder is actually the folder from the GitHub, from the code that you actually downloaded. You understand? So I want to go into it. So I press enter. So that's what you need to do. That's why you see master here. This folder is the folder from my code from my GitHub account. That is where you have this Victor portfolio. You understand? That's the name of the folder there. So I'm inside the folder now. So let's move on to the next one. So I want to install requirement.txt. So just come here. You don't need to change anything. Just Ctrl C and do Ctrl V and press enter. Then after that we want to create a web app. So let's just go back to this. So we've already installed our what's it called, requirement.txt. So I don't need to go in depth into this. We're not doing backend development, so just follow my steps, just follow my leading. So I don't need to start explaining what I'm trying to do here or stuff like that. What I just did is just that I actually downloaded the model that I actually use in creating the the website. So just follow the prompts. Now let's move on to the next one. Now what I want to do next is I want to create a web app. A web app. So you'll click on open web tab on the dashboard, in the dashboard. So let me just come here and open web tab. So you can see that you said you have no web app. So I'll click here, add new web app. So I'll just come down. Now, we're actually using free. It's going to be free. So this is going to be your domain name. So your username, make sure your username is actually something that is not too long. You understand? So your username is going to be tutorial3. My own username is tutorial3990. So that's what is going to be attached to the Python anywhere. But if you're actually going to be paying, you just upgrade it so you have a way of like customizing your domain name. So if you're not customizing your domain name, you just use this one like that. So for me, for my own recommendation, since it's the portfolio website, I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'll click on next. So now we are going to say manual configuration. Select this, then we're going to select Python 3.10. Select this as well, then we'll click on next. Now we've actually done this, we've done this. Now we are in step 10 now. Step 10. So let's go back to our this thing. We're in step 10 now. So come down, just follow with me. Now you see where you see Vin. So where's this? It virtual environment. So we click here, just press VENV. Understand? Then press enter. So you can see VENV, that's what you do, then press enter. Then we are going to come down again. Let's see, we've done this. Now we are here now. So we want to work on this. Click on the WSGI configuration file. So let me just go to this is it. So you click here, you understand? Just follow me along, click here. All right, so let's do some configuration here. Now just come down. Now you can see that you have Django here. So anywhere you see Django, whatever the place where you see Django, just wait there. Let me just check on something. Okay, now from this upward, we are going to delete. Now from the Django downward, now from the flags downward, we'll delete. Now we just left with just Django. Now we'll come here, delete this, come here, delete this. The parts you delete, this one you delete this one as well, you delete this, you delete this, you delete this. Good. All right. So that's it. So we've actually done this. Okay. All right. So we are now in from here down to this place. So what I did was I actually edited the WSGR configuration file. I clicked on it, then I deleted other framework aside from Django. Then I commented the following. I commented the import OS, like what we just did just now. I commented all this. I commented all this. Then I commented all these two as well. So now we want to link our website to URL because now we cannot access our website now. Now that's what we want to do now. So now let's go back to our Bash console and cd into this. Okay. So now go to your Bash console. So let me just make this big so that you can see me what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to cd into, let me see, or where is it? So let me just copy this. I'll just do backspace, Control V. I'll press enter. All right, it's already there ready. Now I'm going to do pwd. I'll press enter. Now I'll come here, copy this link that I have here, copy it, Control C. So let's see what we're going to do next. So you can see that after pwd, then I've copied the parts. Then I'll go back to my WSGI file. Now let me go back to my WSGI file. Let's see what we want to do there. This is my WSGI file. So there's an instruction there. This is what we are going to do. We say go back to SGWS and replace the home user website to this. So we're going to replace this to this. You understand? To this. So now let's look for where we will find this in our WSGI file. I think it's somewhere around here. This is it. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, home, let's check. Home username. Okay, yeah, correct. So I'll just Control V this, so you have it here like this. Good. Now the next thing, we've done this. Now we can just click on save. So let's just save this. So it's already saved. Now let's move on to the next one. We are in step 20 now. Now let's copy the domain name. Now this is our domain name. I'll come back to this. So let me just right click on the snake and open a new tab. So now this is where you find your domain name. I'll click on this open web tab. Now this is your domain name, so I can just copy this and this as well. You can see your domain name is tutorial3990.pythonanywhere.com. You understand? So that's your domain name. All right, so when you copy our domain name, let's go to the file and navigate to settings.py. So now how do we locate our file? So this is it. I'll just right click on this file. I'll create a new one. So I don't need this for now. Okay, let me just leave it. So now we want to navigate to our settings.py. So I'll click on this. Then I'll go to this. I'll go to VictorTheAnalyst. Now this is my settings.py. I'll click on the settings.py. So there are a few changes we want to do here. We'll come down here. Remember that now this allowed host, we're going to change this and put it here, put this one here. Then this one from here, make sure you just delete it. So this is the allowed host, tutorial3990.python.anywhere. So let's come back to this. So this is what we've actually done. So you can see add the Victor. So this one is, let me just copy here and we'll just do Ctrl V here. So what we did was we add the URL to the allowed host, you understand, and I removed the other one that was not needed. So now let's go back to the WSGR file and rename the os.environment as this settings.py. So let's just go back to this. Let's see. That's why I didn't close it. Okay, this is it here. All right. So this is what it asks us to rename. Once we are not renaming this one, we are renaming this one, the settings.py. So we're going to rename it to VictorTheAnalyst settings. So let's copy this, Ctrl C. Then you are going to do Ctrl V. So just do as I'm doing it, you actually get it. Then come down. Now we are almost done. So now we want to work on our static file. The next thing we want to work on our static file. All right, let's go to this place. Let's come to this place here. So come down. Now this is your static file. So what I'll do is that I'll actually copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I'll hit enter. Now look at this. We have home Samuel Victor. Now this place, then you have the Samuel Victor. We are going to change this to our username, which is tutorial sorry, no space, tutorial 3990. Okay, now Victor portfolio media roots. So this one we also just copy this. You can see the way I'm changing, the way I'm changing, the way I'm not changing. So just follow like that and just come here and put the part, do Ctrl V, hit enter. Now for the other one, which is the static file, I will just come here, I will do Ctrl C, click here, do Ctrl V, hit enter. Now let's come here. So now this Samuel Victor, we're going to change this. This is my username, my current username. So I'll copy this. So your own username might be something different. Please take note. If your username is something different, use your username that you used and put here. You understand? So that one is dynamic. So I'll put it there. I'll just come here and I'll copy. So anytime you have issues, you can just reach out to me. I'll see how I can actually help you. Control V and I hit enter. Oh, sorry, I did something wrong there. I did something wrong. Okay, let me actually copy this too. Okay, let me do Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, hit enter. Okay, come here. So I'm not going to select this as I'm not going to select this together with it. I'm just going to start from the home. Then I would come here and I do Control V and I hit enter. So there we go. There we have it. Now, the next thing that we're going to do now, let's move on to the next step. We're going to format our XK editor. So I'll just copy this line of code, Ctrl C. So now let's go back to our bash, which is the last step I'm going to do. So I'll make this big, sorry. Let me just make this a little bit big so that you can see what I'm doing. I'll do Ctrl V and I hit enter. So let's give it some time to come up. Okay, that has been set now, done. You can see now, you can see static file copy to this part. So let's go to, just save this. Make sure you use every page you actually worked on, you save it. Then we go to the next one, the settings.py. You can see our change on save changes. So I'm going to save. All right, if you don't save, you have issues. So you need to save. Okay. All these ones are okay, they are correct. So now let me just minimize this page. So come up here. Now this page, this service is actually free, but what happens is that every 3 months you need to come here and actually click on this. If not, they're actually going to deactivate your website. You understand, your portfolio website that you actually created, that you hosted on the platform. So before every 3 months they will mail you, so you just come back and run run it and see. Now it's going to expire on Tuesday. It's going to expire on Tuesday, 29 April. So now, after all your old changes that you've done, we just click on this to actually reload everything. Now I will just copy this, go to a new tab, and I'll do Ctrl B and I'll press enter. So let's see what we have there. Fine. Now you have your website working. You can see now you've actually created your website. Now I'm going to teach us how we're going to edit the picture, edit anything that you want to edit, the name and stuff like that. So I'm going to teach you. That's the next step I'm going to do right now. So stick around with me. So now the next thing that we want to do now is now we've done this. Okay, now let's start editing. So I'll go to slash admin. I'll hit enter. So my admin password, admin, and this is going to be somewhere. So I'm going to drop the username and password. I'm going to drop the username and password that you can use. So just message me on my WhatsApp number that I will drop in my video description. I'm going to send you every details that is actually needed for actually use to optimize or use this website properly. Now Congratulations, you've actually set up your website. Now the next thing is for you to now start editing. So you want to start editing. So let me just copy from here. Just copy from here. Do Ctrl C and let's start editing. So as we are editing, you want to be seeing the changes. So you want to be seeing the changes. So first thing we're going to do is we want to change his name. We want to change his picture. Then we'll move on to bringing in, changing the about section, the picture here, and the name here, and this all these things. And let's just see how far we can go. So now, when it comes to the home, this is home. Click on home. This home is this place. That is the home section here. So you have somewhere here. So before then, let me just go to the user before I even go to the home. So now I want to change the name somewhere. I want to give it another name. So I'll click on this, the admin. So I can come here and change the name to, let me say, happiness Okon. You understand? So I can actually still change the username if I want to your own username. What's your username? I use my username I used was blue flame. Yeah, I use this one. So the user first is a super user. So you can as well change your password if you want to reset the password. Change it to your own password so that you not get hacked. So I can just come here and click on save. So that's saved there. So if I come to my homes now, let me go to my home. So let me click on this. Now the first name, I'll change my first name to happiness. Change the second last name to Okon, leave it like that. So make sure your welcome message should be as short as possible. I'll just use happiness portfolio. So now this picture that you have here is your profile picture. This which is this picture. So I can just try and see if I can just change that. Let me try and change that to something different. Let me see what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one. So before you bring in your picture, so make sure you try as much as possible to remove background color. Let's try and remove background color. Let me go to a website where we can remove a background color. So I'll upload the image. Alright, so let me just select this. I want to remove the background color, the background color. I want to remove it. So you can see the website automatically helps you to do that. Then I'll click on download. Okay. Now I can click on this choose file. I'll choose this one. Then I'll click on open. Then I'll click on save. Alright, let's look at our changes. Let me just refresh. So you can see how beautiful it is. So you can just edit the picture, change the name. See what we've done? We've actually changed our name, change the name here. Then we actually change the picture that we have here. So let's move on to the next one, which is the about section. So now the about section, you're going to change the picture. Alright, so let's move on to the about section. So the about section, this is about. Click on the about. So I'll just click on this. Now I'm going to leave this like this. If you have anything here you want to put, you can edit it and put what you want to put. Probably you are doing you are into different things, maybe data scientist, website development, stuff like that. So my own profession is actually machine learning engineer. I'm actually machine learning engineer. Yeah, machine learning engineer. Alright, so let me just choose the picture. I want it to come to my about section. I'll choose the same picture and just come down here. Now you can actually now bring in your, what's it called, your Facebook profile link and put it here. So for me here is actually, let me just bring my own. Let me go to my Facebook. Let me go to my Facebook. Facebook. So I'm just going to do for that of Facebook, or let me just say LinkedIn. LinkedIn will be better. LinkedIn will be better. Let me bring in LinkedIn. All right, let me just grab the link of my LinkedIn account. Let me grab the link of my LinkedIn account. Click on this drop down. Click on view profile. So now you can see, just copy this, then do Control C. If you don't have LinkedIn, make sure you create one, or probably you can use you can put in your WhatsApp, Facebook, or anyone. But LinkedIn is actually one of the best you need to do because it's mainly for tech. So I will just change this to LinkedIn, LinkedIn. I'll do Control V. Now for the GitHub, make sure you have it like this. If not, it's not going to work. So for the GitHub, I have my GitHub here. I can just come here and just go to my view profile. So copy this, Control C, come here, Control V. So there you go. All right, so I'll just save, click on save. Now let's, okay, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? All right, let's continue. Now the next one is the next one is we want to actually change our hard skills, soft skills. Let's just see how we can actually change the hard skills and soft skills. Let me see something. Okay, let me just go to the skills now. We are on to the skills. So certificates, contacts, CVs, home, post, skills. So I'll click on the skills. All right, now this is soft skills, this is hard skills. So you can actually come to the soft skills and you can add more like problem solving, skills. Okay, then I'll click on save. So automatically if I reload this, it comes up, problem solving skills. Now good. So make sure you don't actually bombard this. I put a lot like 10 or so. Just make it really to be concise. If you are, I will not advise you to start using Python, DAX, and SQL. You can actually bring it together and just say something like data cleaning. You can now put it into like, okay, the tools you are using, sure you understand. So let's come to the education part. So I'll click on the higher institution. So now there's no higher institution, and let me just add one. So what's the name of your school? My school is Federal University of Technology, Akure. The course I study industrial chemistry. I have B.Tech. Then I'll save. That's good. If you have masters, you can actually add more there to it. So I'll leave that as that. So let's see. Just reload. So you can see it comes out. Now let's move on to the next one. Your certificates. Certificates has to do with your online courses that you've actually done. So I'll go to my certifications. So I already have two here. I can just come here. You can edit. You can click here, edit them. Okay, let me say 3 data science, and I have like ALX. Then I'll just say explore AI, explore AI, then click on save. Okay, good. Now the next thing you can see automatically, let's see, automatically is changed. This is the issuing organization. Now the last one is your portfolio. So you cannot edit your portfolio in the backend in the admin section. You can actually do that here, but I'll show you where it's actually comfortable to do that. So you can actually come here. These are the portfolio we have. You can click on it. You can edit, put in a lot of stuff here, but I would not want us to do that here. I'll show you where you can actually do it. You can delete as well. Let me just click on delete. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete. So when you delete, you can just go. You can see it's actually deleted. So just refresh. You can see one of it has actually been deleted. Now good. But for the posts, we can do that in another backend section. Now this is the admin section. So this portfolio website has two backends. One is actually has to do with the posting of your projects. This has to do with like the more details of your website, which has to do with your, you want to change your home, because now all these changes that I did now, it is not every time you have to do them, but your portfolio, I mean your projects, is almost every time you have to go back and actually change them. So that's it. So now let's move on to the other parts that has to do with the um so let's say members. So the link is actually members splash login. So now it's enter. Okay, this is member, no, this is members, not member. So it's enter. Okay. Okay, you're already logged in. It's telling me that I'm already logged in. Let me just log out. Okay, let me log out. So that means you are logged in already. It tells you that you're already logged in. So if I want to access, let me just go back again and try and see if I can log in. Okay, members. Okay, let me just log in. Now, admin. Then I have the password here. Then make sure you note down the password, please. If you change your password from the backend, that's from the admin section, please make sure you write it down or probably save it in somewhere that is actually okay, because there is no room for you to reset your password. So I just log in. All right, good. Now let's go on to the post projects place. Then just click any of the projects. So let's just try and see what we can do. Now I'll try to edit this project or probably add a new project. Okay, now if I want to add a project, if I want to delete this project, I can come here too and delete it. Click on this and delete the project. So it's actually deleted. So go back to this. You can see it's actually not there again. Now let me just click on any of the projects. Then I want to add a project. So this is how you add a project. So you go to the author, you add the admin, the title. Let me just come here. I already have a project that I've actually worked on. So I'm just going to use that as a sample for us on how you can do it. So what I used to do is that I don't come inside here to start typing. I don't come inside here to start typing my project. What I do is I just come to my Word, W Word, and do all the typing here. After doing all the typing, putting all the pictures and all of that, I just copy it and paste it on the distance. So let me just copy all this. Copy this, then I'll do Ctrl C. So back to this place. So let me just give, okay, just do Ctrl V here. So you can see, so everything is actually coming out fine. Aside from the pictures, I'm not seeing the pictures, so something is wrong. The pictures are not coming up. Okay, maybe I didn't copy that one. Right. Let me do delete. Okay, let me just press right. This let me just give it a name. Water project. The picture I'm going to use. So the picture is actually what your recruiters will see from the homepage. So you're going to need to give it a catchy and inviting picture that is actually going to be look cool. So I'll actually use one of these. Just for learning process, I will use. Okay, what am I going to use? Okay, let me just use this just for learning, and just click on open. So now let me just go back and copy this again. Don't know why it's not coming up real well. Control A, Control Z, sorry, Control Z. Okay. So let me just copy all this. Okay. Now do Control C. Okay. Now come here, do Control V. Alright, you can see the picture is actually loaded successfully. So sometimes if it does not come out like that, maybe probably not copy it well. So let's look at the pictures. You can see the pictures, understand, see the pictures. So if there are some places that I actually needed some adjustment, can just come back and just adjust it and just do minor changes. Alright, that's how you can actually add. So I'll just come down here, then everything is set, then click on post. So it's already been posted. Look at it now, I can start reading it. So now if I want to edit the project, I can just come here and just say edit project. So if I want to add up a link, let me also say, okay, maybe your in your projects, in these projects that you did, you want your recruiters to actually see your presentation. Maybe you've actually saved it um in your Google Drive. You understand the slide you've actually saved. Let us come here and say, take for example, I want to do this. I'll just come here. Skip. I'm coming. Let me share. Okay. Let me just save this. Okay. I want to share, and anyone with a link, I'll copy the link. Let us assume this is your presentation. I will come to this and I'll say link to my presentation. You understand? So I'll just copy this and I'll go to the insert link somewhere around here. Click here. Now this is the link. Just do Ctrl V. Alright, then this is the text is going to display. Then I'll click on OK. So once the recruiters, let me just click outside here. So it's actually working now. So can just add updates. So if I click here, it takes me to the presentation. You can see it takes me to the presentation. So back. Now there's one thing we didn't do. Let me go back to the home. Now recruiters, when you give recruiters your link for your portfolio, they will not be able to see this because now they are not logged in. The only way you can actually see this to change or do other things because you are actually logged in as a user. So let me go back to my home. Let me go back to my home. So there's one thing I want to do. I actually want to this might download CV now. So if I click on it, it's actually taking me to nowhere. Now let me go back to my admin tool. Let's say we want to add a portfolio CV. Now your CV is, you actually save it in Google Drive. So now let's assume, let me go to my Google Drive. Let me just go to Google Drive. Google Drive. All right, back to this. So I'll go back to admin. Let me go back to admin. So that's where I will need to change my, so I'll go to the CV. Now I don't have any CV, it's 0. I'll say add CV. Now I need to bring in my CV. Now your CV needs to be link. Is it going to be a link? So let me just come here. I'll go to Google Drive. You know how to save documents in Google Drive. So when you save your documents in Google Drive, you can, so let me just, okay, my resume. Let me see if that's going to come out as a search. My resume. Okay, it says here. Let me copy and select this. So let me just click on share. So anyone that has the link, I'll copy the link. You can see now you save it in your Google Drive. Maybe you put it as a PDF, save it in your Google Drive, copy the link, then you will come here, you paste the link here. So then you click on save. So once you save, if I go to this place and click on it, okay, no, I need to refresh. Sorry, let me refresh. So if I click on this, it actually takes me to this place. So good. Back. So let's see if our button, so if I click here, let's see. You can see now if I click on my LinkedIn, now it's working. It takes me to my LinkedIn account. So that's it. That's how you can create a portfolio website. You can see how we created a portfolio within few minutes. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, share with your friend, and make sure please like this YouTube so it can help the algorithm to actually bring to actually boost the video. I'm actually giving this out for free. It's not because of I feel like maybe I want to set it outside it, but no, I'm just doing it out so that everybody can actually partake from it. It's actually good for all you want to actually share knowledge. But one thing you need to do for me, please subscribe. And like I said, you actually need a token. You understand? So for you to get that token, for you to get the username and for you to get the username and password that's already been set already, you need to contact me to get it. So thank you very much to staying up to this point. I really appreciate your time. God bless you.